Yep, had the eagle sound on. You gotta get that out of there. I don't know what's wrong with this live. This man, I lost my live last show. Didn't even know I lost the live until I put my final comments in, and it was like the show's already over. I'm like, what the hell you mean the show is already over? I haven't ended it. I have to end it on my end, but it didn't even show me. So I don't know if that was what's this shit, YouTube or Streamlabs. Salute to Derek Bay. He said salute to Eagles Way of Boxing. Yeah, we back in here, man. I ain't got my picks in, man. You didn't put my picks in for me last weekend, man. You know, I got another boss weekend. I got to do my other stuff this weekend. I got to do my art this weekend. Last weekend I had to dance. Boy, that dancing took it out of me, man. I was cramping up because I don't drink water no more. But I just coconut water. Try to drink coconut water, better for you. Watermelon water, any kind of water that comes from fruit, that's better. The old traditional way they had us drinking all that water, yeah, I started thinking about it. Yeah, it didn't really make sense because what it does, it just flushes your body out. If you drink a lot of water, all those athletes drinking all those water. That's why those athletes. That's why they have issues with some of them passing away and everything else. Is I think that they're flushing their body out. They're taking all the stuff out. Like it's like if you take a battery that's full of acid. Oh man, I didn't even know that. Way down at the bottom, Derek Bay said Jim Brown died today, man. All the condolences out to his family, man, because I know they're gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss him. Anytime you talk about great athletes, man, we always lose them, man. I was a little kid, I think. Jesse Owens lost Jesse Owens, lost Joe Louis, and some other ones, man. Just like they all, like usually when they all go at once. Yeah, but I had been. What happened? You know, and even me knowing that, knowing me being scientific as I am, as I should have known that the water thing, because I even came up with, I was working with these doctors, or two in particular, and they came up with more or less came up with a formula, and they was telling, they came from another doctor, and we worked on it. I refined it, and even then it wasn't straight water. It was water and sodium. We had to have sodium in there and some other things that was in there to replenish your body. And see what they're training these athletes. I see athletes are laid out with these bad cramps, and they can't perform. They just have to stay out for like a whole day. What's happening is that, and I'm not knocking, I'm not going to say the name, but there used to be a yellow type of greenish liquid that all the athletes was taking. And like I said, I'm not going to say no name. It comes in different flavors now. And at first it was working okay, but a little bit too much sugar. But what they wasn't realizing is not for that formula, but they got to stay on that way before it's time to, uh, before it's before it's time to to get involved with your events. I think I'm still on. I see you down there, Lala D. But anyway, shout out to Lala D. Stu to Lala D and Bruce. That goddamn Lala D. I know she said. I don't even have to. If I see hearts and I see a sentence after, I know she said something bad. Uh, I haven't even had to get there yet. Bruce Gas Boxing Jazz Morrison, salute brother Eagles Wear Boxing. Derek Bader said, he said, yeah, I saw that. It was only 15 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, it was. And here the whole time I'm talking. You know me, because I'm gonna talk. So how much, man? Please, I had to leave. I probably talked for a whole hour and only got registered for 15 minutes. Bruce Gas Boxing Jazz and more at Derek Beatty. Salute, bro. Derek Beatty. He said I was on the phone and came back to the live and it was over here. Lala D came in with her and let me know. I had to respond back to her because she said, "Oh, Eagle, how you gonna just leave like that or whatever? You can't just come in and leave when you want to." I didn't know. I didn't even know because I said I was still talking. Only reason I know is because you guys know I always put up a comment at the end, and it wouldn't take my comment in the show. I was like, what the hell you mean it can't take my comment or won't take the comment? It says that the live has ended. What you mean it ended? I didn't end it. I'm looking at my control panel over here, and I still in the where it says end stream is still in red. It's not in red after if you end it. It's not. It won't be in red. So they just took my show down. Like I didn't even say nothing, man. I didn't even get warmed up. I mean, we haven't lost a show. It's been like a long time since we actually lost a show. Yeah. But anyway, but Derek Bay said salute that Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz and more. Yep. Bruce Gas said he's laughing, and then Bruce Gas again said rest in peace to Jim Brown. Bruce Gas again, I drink nothing but water. You drink nothing but water? No, I stopped, man. I used to drink like a gallon of water. I stopped it. But Lala D said something, and she got the hearts up good, but then she said, "Yo, you're not all that or something." Well, go to my other channel and you can check it out. I think I should be on there. I think I put up a video. I tried to put a video up from last weekend. I don't know if I'm gonna do one for this weekend though. We'll see. I probably will. I don't know. It's just it'll be added to what I do. It'll be on the other channel. Yeah. A lot of D said Bruce. She got the anchor up good in the hearts. A lot of D said Derek Beatty got the crowns up good in the heart. Derek Beatty said peace to the queen at Lala D. And Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz. And more said at Lala D. Peace to the queen. But I'm sorry, Lala D. You're going to have to be a little bit upset with me today. You have to be a little bit mad at me today. But I don't think I'm going to. I haven't put my picks in, but I got to put them in. But I don't think I'm going to pick Haney to win. I think I'm going to pick Lomachenko by majority decision. And I know you don't like that. You're going to be mad at me. Tell me I don't know shit about boxing or whatever. And I'm not 100% sure. I think I'm doing it for insurance because I usually lose when I bet. Except for if I bet on like my guys that I always bet on, like Earl Spence and Tank. Yeah, I don't lose. But other fights I lose. I just don't. I see that Loma's probably smart enough to get past the jab. And a lot of people thinking that Haney just only has a jab, but it's not that he just has a jab, but he has he has a good jab. I can say that. He has other punches, but if you can't keep Loma off of you. Okay, Derek Bates said Trey X found some footage of Ray Robinson when he was a welterweight. It was real short though. Okay, I didn't think they had any. No, they had it, but I don't like to go there all the time. But this is what happened back in those type of days. Let's say the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, probably even up to some of the parts of the 70s. Is a lot of the footages that they had. The footage that they had were more or less blacked out. Believe me, they have a lot more footage of Muhammad Ali that people haven't seen. They have a lot more footage of Joe Louis that people never seen. But I'm gonna tell you one thing that they did do is they kind of lifted the ban on showing fighters for about 2 years, about showing fighters of color for 2 years. And the reason they did that, and you probably will be able to find Sugar Ray Robinson back at that time. The reason they did that is because even though they were so-called colored or black or whatever you want to say, they lifted the ban on them because they were American. Anytime there's war, you're American first. Anytime there's any kind of war that you're involved in that you can help out with, you're going to be American first. And so they don't label you with any kind of like color stigma when it's wartime. It's always thank you for your service or whatever. Just like if I put my medals on or I put on anything, I walk around, thank you for your. It's always thank you for your service. So at that point you got to realize that both of them were in the service too. Thank you for your service, and then it's America. Basically, it's America against everybody. Matter of fact, I even just put a eagle flag in the back of my car right now. And it's not saying that I really care about the flag. What I was going to say. Yeah, we have, No, I'm just learning just from this experience. You just learn. The water was never. You know why water? I'm gonna tell you what's nothing wrong with water. But I'm gonna tell you what's wrong with water. Even though I said nothing wrong with water, this is what's wrong with water. What's wrong with water is the sources of water. That's what's wrong with the water. It's the sources, and it's what we do to water. Chlorinate it, we poison it, and then you try to feed it to yourself. And then after you poison it, you try to clean it back up and then use it. It's just you can't do that. Now, I would say that the best way that they should do water, I would say that they would get the natural spring water and then freeze that. But again, back to Jim Brown. To his family, many condolences to his family. I don't know you, but he seemed like he was a good man and he's a great athlete, and he was a namesake for a lot of athletes. His name is in a lot of athletes' mouth, no matter if they played football, basketball, whatever. His name was in their mouth at one point, and I could say that for 100% for sure. Yep. Derek Bay said, yeah, it's kind of hard to pick for Haney versus Loma. I don't know. Lala didn't get mad, though. Derek Bay said 100% at Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz more. Derek Bay said, you see Ryan went to Derek James, right? I don't know. I don't know if that's a marriage yet. I know he went there, but anyway, Sir Flamin, he said, salute the Eagles, but salute to the chat. And he said, as always, he said, jab that like button and don't get next. He said, but or y'all neck. He said, don't get neck in Eagles Web Boxing. That's right. He got that fire up good, got that 100 up good, got that glove up good. Never forget about those though. Salute to Sir Flame up in here. I was listening but stepped away, so I couldn't type. Oh, okay. Loud D say, Sir Flame, got the flames up good. Got the hearts of flame and another heart right there. Derek Bailey says, salute to Sir Flame. Also, Sir Flame, and salute at Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more. Sir Flame says, salute to the Queen at Loud D. Says, you got any more old men jokes? Oh, wow. Loud D jumps on everybody. Sure, Bruce Gas, Boxing, and Sir Flame, salute, bro. Loud D said, Sunday, your headpiece is nice. I just screenshot you and magnified the photo. Which headpiece did you take? Was that, I didn't send you one, did I? Or did you look at that from, what was it? Did you look at that from the other channel? How did you see it? It's official. Ryan is with Derek James. Oh, it's official now. Okay, Bruce Gas says it's official. Official. It's a fish. So it's official. A lot of days, no, but I promise I have a good joke for the Loma versus Haney fight. Asante, the one you have on now. Okay, you screenshotted this? Okay. A lot of D, she screenshotting me out. Don't be screenshotting me out. Yeah, I told somebody over at the so we're doing a celebration, right? And so I told this girl, well, I was talking to this young lady, and she said, I told her, I said, well, she said, I told her Eagle's gonna retire. I said, Eagle about to retire. I said, because that dancing, it wore me out more than fighting. They're dancing in that heat. And this is the first time I've been out there, like, not this year, but it's the first time, because remember, I went out New Year's. But it's the first time I've been out in that heat, man, 90 degrees like that. I'm like, man, maybe I need to retire, man, because it only is going to get hotter. I don't know if I can handle those 118, 120 degree days wearing 20 or 30 pounds of clothes. I'm like, because one of the venues, the one that we had, like, out there under the table, is they made a special dance hall for us so we can go in there and dance in air conditioning. And I'm like, well, I'm happy about that one. I might try that just so I can see what it feels like. That'll feel better. They start really caring about our health lately, though, because at first they made us out. They spent $1 million, more than $1 million, to make a cover for us. But the cover. Here's the thing, guys, is the cover. This thing does put it to you like this. If you're outside, just think about it. If it's 100 and something degrees, and you just put a steel pot on top of yourself, are are you gonna be cooler? Are you gonna be hotter? Are you gonna be the same, or is this it ain't gonna matter? You still gonna burn up? My idea is you still gonna burn up. That's more or less what they did. They put like a metal top on top of us. So they, in other words, they put us underneath a lid. And all the lid's gonna do, like if the heat's coming from the top, it'll block the heat, and some air can get through there, but it's not. It wasn't doing that much. Yeah. So we was out there, man. We was like clams in we was like a clam bake. But Derek Bates 100% at Bruce Gas Boxing Jazz and more. Yep. All right, we'll see. Hopefully he'll stay with somebody. Yeah, Surf Flame said I saw Ryan with Derek James working on the jab, but he didn't know uh, he was his new trainer. Yeah, you didn't know his new trainer. I saw it too, but I like I said, I never know with Ryan. Ryan bouncing around too much, and I know he was in love with Earl anyway, because he just gave Earl $10,000 for free. Yeah, I know he was in love with Earl now. And who else? Who else he in love with? He in love with Tank. That boy, he kind of weird, man. Ryan, all of them weird, but he a weirdo. Yeah, yeah. Lord D said, true, Bruce, and Combos with Top Rank. Okay, Bruce is right back. He said, happy 33rd to the Charlos. And Bruce, yeah, they right up there at their peak now. 33 to 35 before you start declining. But then some people made different. Some people can fight. Some people can do shit like later in life. But everybody's just not cut the same exact way. And some people can't. Some people retire at 30. That's it. Yeah. But he should have his maximum strength. 33, 34, you should have your maximum strength by then. Well, I'm not all the time, because I didn't have my maximum strength that then. I didn't get my maximum strength until late. Yeah, said Compost has seen better days. Yeah. Well, he just only got beat up twice. He didn't get murderized. A lot of these said Bruce they're getting long, long into the tooth. She said, just kidding. Derek Bates said, can't handle the heat no more. Eagles, Eagles ain't good but Eagles need a little bit of shade, man. That's why we got to put them wings out like this, man. We got to, man. Derek, that shit wasn't no joke. Even my brother was suffering. It's a new sun out there, man. That sun is different, man. That sun was just concentrating on me only, man. They could have heated up any part of the earth. That sun was only concentrating on me. I couldn't even hide in shade, man. The sun was like still peeping around like, what are you trying to do, hide in shade? Ain't no getting away from this. No, okay, so I'm glad you brought that up, though. So what happened is, see, I never finished my story because I started reading what y'all had. So I'll catch back up. So what happened is, she's the young lady. She said that no, don't retire, Eagle. She said the only reason we come out here is because of you, because you and your brother. That's the only reason we come out here. And they traveled. I'm not even sure how far they traveled, but I'm quite sure that they actually drove. But they drove hours and hours and hours to come see us. And so that's the only way you can get to Eagle, is mostly kids and females can get to me when they say stuff like that. The only reason we come here is for you. If a guy said that, I said, well, you got to get over it or something. I don't know. But kids, elders, and some girls, not all girls, but some girls, it's kind of like, they got me. I got like a little soft spot for them. So it's like, okay, well, maybe I don't retire. So I'm going to start transitioning into retiring, though, because the next clothes that I make is going to be all white. If you're wearing all white out there, you ain't dancing too happy. You don't want to mess that white up. If I told my brother, I said, I'm coming back, man. When I come back, I'm having all white. I said, I'm going to make sure that nobody's going to forget me. It's going to be like it's gonna be some of the tightest clothes you've seen that I'm gonna make. I'm making sure that I'm gonna look that it's gonna be like it's gonna look like something out of the movies or something. I'm making sure I have to. Yep. But Derek said, getting soft, huh? Yeah, brother. I'll go ahead and take that. I'm getting soft. Yeah. A lot of these said, Bruce, I made a video the other day telling people to subscribe to Fourth Quarter Talk. Yep. And then Sir Flame question, do you think the fix is in on Loma versus Haney with those judges, plus Haney last fight that he a free agent? And that's another thing that I took that in consideration, Sir Flame, but I can't look at that like a lot of people is looking at that like really heavy. Because I think two of the judges are the same judges that had a Tank even with a knockdown, and one of them had him 1 point and one of them had it even or something. When Tank had that knockdown against Ryan, I just don't want to say that. I don't want to go there, and I don't want nobody. It's a good question though. I don't want nobody in trouble, and I don't want to get in trouble either. So I'll put it this way: that it's something to look at. So I'll say it that way at least. So it is something to look at, but I'm trying my best not to look at that, Sir Flame. But good observation. A lot of people have that same observation. Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more is at Lala D. Big Duke, my man. Derek Beatty said, good question. Haney has to put on the Sears Clinic, and even then, as Sir Flame. Yeah, Haney has to win so big, I think, in this fight. He shouldn't have to, but I think he has to. He shouldn't, but I think he has to. And that's why I probably got Loma by majority decision. I can even see maybe Haney getting rocked a little bit just because until he adjusts to keeping Loma out, or if he can, but I can see some jacked up rounds. I'm going to say this. We might see a 10-8 round with no knockdown. So just saying. Just saying. But Lala D says, Sir Flame, she said, I do think that Haney has to win more than 8 rounds for this. And Bruce Gas is right back. This fight depends on what kind of Loma shows up. Yeah. Another thing I wanted to say to Bruce, because a big shout out back to Bruce, because Bruce brought up that whole thing about Canelo. I'm not going to make this show about Canelo, but I see a lot of safety nettage, you hear me? I see a lot of safety nettage with Canelo, and like Bruce said, he might have lost a step, but I see a lot of safety nettage with him. And this is one thing, because he wanted to, first he was acting like he wanted to smoke with Bivol at 168, but now it's like the protection agency is in for those 168 straps, that he's not going to risk, giving up those straps at 168 to nobody. That he'll fight you at 175. He'll fight you at a specific, like a 165 or something. Or he'll fight you at a weight where he has nothing to lose. So if he gets, because he's going to get pieced up if he fights Bivol back at 175 again. Bivol was already like, I'm ready at 168. I don't want to get straps. And if I'm Bivol, I won't fight him at 175. I'll fight him at 168. I said, no, I made 168 comfortable. We can fight at 168. Let's do it. Make it, and I'll make it appear like I'm doing it for you. Like, you're good. Like, yeah, we're good. We'll fight at 168 because that's what you need. You need to fight at 168. If Bivol's camp is, if his team is that smart, if they're smart enough to do that. But it's another thing, I'm going to be honest, is Canelo shouldn't have no leverage on this fight. None. Like, Canelo, you don't get no leverage on this one. You don't. You don't get to say shit. You get to fight and that's it. Shut your ass up, sit your ass down, and just fight. Yep, Bruce Gas said their birthday's today. Oh, yeah, the Charlos, yep. Yep, Sir Flame said, yeah, I think Haney would have to win where there are no chances that it could go either the other way. And that's true. He has to up anyway. So, I don't know. Why would you resurrect him just so he can get beat up in a little? Because he fights Tank, he's getting beat up. Lala D said something. What? world competition and British competition. Asante makes Guinness stout raw. Okay, raw peanut and condensed milk in the blender. Caribbean men do it. It makes you strong, if you know what I mean. Oh, that's all right. I'm strong. I drink my coconut water. I'm strong. They got so many recipes out right now, and I don't do nothing with no kind of milk. Leave that milk shit alone. Because if I drink that milk, it's just gonna make me, that condensed milk is just gonna make me condense the bathroom up. You know, I leave that shit alone. It ain't breast milk. I ain't messing with it. And I ain't really messing with breast milk either. Yeah, I tried it before. Outside of being a baby, it make you burp. Make me burp. Like, nah, I'm good. That's why, I guess that's why babies burp. I can't mess with nothing. I just don't. I just leave milk products alone. Just to come from plants. Bruce Cass again. He laughing that loud there. Yeah. Look at Derek. Derek is right. At least Derek didn't come in asking about his $100 for me and Sir Flame. Derek Bay said, "Is that right?" At Loud D. Loud D said, "Derek Bay, I heard, but I'm an angel." Yeah, yeah. Okay, Miss Angel. Sir Flame got his angels up there. A lot of D said, "Oh no," Derek Bay. Oh, okay, a lot of D cried laughing. Yeah, Derek Bay said people said he wanted to fight at 168. Yeah, Sir Flame crying laughing. Yeah, but Canelo, see that whole protection agency. Canelo's being very protective of that 168 for some reason. Canelo like, no, you don't really need to see me at 160. He like, you don't really need to see me at 168. That sounds like an excuse to me. Just use almond cashew milk then. Jeez, I'm not using no almond cashew. I told you coconut. And I'm gonna tell you, if you're gonna make your own, I'm gonna give you this. These are if you're gonna make any kind of nut milk. I'm telling you, this is how you do it. You take your good spring water or nice filtered water with no chlorine, none of that. Maybe a cup of that, maybe a cup of water for every quarter of a cup of whatever nuts. And these are the three nuts that you use. You use coconut, you use Brazil nuts, or you use walnuts. The rest, don't use them. Because cashews aren't really nuts. And they actually are poisonous if they're not roasted properly. That's the poisonous part of the cashew apple. It just rides on top of the cashew. It's shaped like that. It has a little pod around it. And the people that pick them don't eat them. And a lot of them, it makes them, they break out because it's actually related to the same thing that like poison oak and all that. It's related to all of them. You have a lot of plants that are related to like poisonous plants, and they do the same type of thing that the poisonous plant, just like when you got your what you call your nightshades and your nightshades. Well, a lot of people eat nightshades. I eat nightshades. The nightshade that I love is tomatoes, but I eat the small ones, like the little cherry size. I eat those. It's a nightshade. People didn't used to, certain European people did not used to eat tomatoes because they thought they was poisonous because they are part of the nightshade. Another nightshade is tobacco. So a lot of these things have carcinogenic properties, and that's why they were classified as, they're nightshades, and some of them you can eat some nightshades and go night night and not get back up. But a lot of these trying to be a nutritionist. Get out. A lot of these stop it. You ain't no nutritionist. Have me all messed up. I don't need that stuff. And plus, I'm trying to stay away from. I probably got messages and stuff. I always got to report. I got to tell Sir Flame all the time. Yeah, that girl's she's still trying to talk about how she wants somebody, Sir Flame. I'm like, no, I ain't trying to go for it. And is it true? Lala D can answer this or not. Probably for Lala D. Is it true that? Well, it seems to be true that if you get in trouble in front of your girlfriends, a lot of times your girlfriends really just ain't that close to you. Same thing with guys. This is for girls and guys. Is that would your guys let you make a bad move and not try to like caution you or nothing like that? Same thing with girls. Would your girls let you make a bad move like in a relationship or anything else without trying to interfere, without interfering like that? Would give you like sound advice, like let me see the advice that they give you, a voice of reasoning type of advice rather than to just, or would they just let you go and make your mistake? And is that a dead? I mean, this is outside of boxing or anything else, or is that a dead art? Is that a dead system? Do people still look out for each other? Sorry if I say I don't like tomatoes unless they're in salsa. I love tomatoes, man. I could never eat them as a kid for some reason. They because the texture, I think. But I eat the small ones because I just cut them in half, chop them up. He right though, salsa. I cook them. I probably shouldn't. So here's another tip for all of you. If you're eating foods and if you like to have your foods cooked all the time, so if you're cooking yourself or if your girl's cooking, you want to take some of the stuff that you cooked, like some of the ingredients, and you want to just keep them and put them aside. So after your dish is done, what you want to take is all the raw vegetables that you didn't cook, and you put that on top and mix it in until you can get used to eating more and more, more and more raw stuff. You're going to feel a lot better when you start eating raw. It's very hard, but you're going to feel good. And I would suggest to fast at least a couple of times a month or every 2 months, three days at a time. That's all you need is 3 days. And then once you come off your fast, just start, do dark berries. Like eat dark berries. Eat dark berries and some ginger and lime. And you're going to know, man, your system is going to start rebooting. Yeah. Because I told somebody over the weekend, I said, yeah, the hungrier I get, the better I feel. I said, I want to be able to fight off hunger, because that's one of the things that is very hard for man to fight off is hunger. Man, you can fight off a lot of things, but hunger, some people can't fight out hunger for nothing. All you got to do is starve them for a day. If you want the truth, all you got to do is starve them for a day. They'll start confessing everything. A lot of they say of all my friends, I'm the only one who I feel gives sound advice. Oh my goodness. Nice patting yourself on the back, Lala D. Lala D said, yeah, I'm the only one that knows how to give out that kind of advice. My friends only act like something is wrong with the man when he shows that he's a great person. So they're low-key haters. Yeah. See, that's the other side right there. I was going to ask that too. That's the other side. And see, people don't know. So I listen to Sir Flame. He's at a distance from me. We live 1,000 miles apart. But out of everybody that comes in here, I always listen to Sir Flame. Sir Flame said, no, because when I tell a story, Sir Flame be, no, she up to something. He don't trust him. He look out for me. Where if one of my boys would be like rubbing elbows with me or pushing me in the back, yeah, Eagle, go. Be like this, encouraging me until I get over there and get my ass in trouble. And I like for somebody to like have a little bit of advice or something. I'm like, because I got to look at both sides of it. And you're right. When somebody's good for somebody they going to hate on that. They going to like that. And that goes on the guy's side too. If the girl's good for the guy, maybe everybody's going to keep it hush hush. Ain't nobody going to say nothing. But if it's a good girl, if it's a bad girl, they're going to try to force you on her. Yeah, man, go on and do that. No, that's not. We ain't even trying to do that. Yeah, but I was happy to show up. Everybody remembered. They said yeah, because I haven't seen a lot of people from like the center and stuff like that over the weekend. And one of the counselors there, I was like, told her, I said, yeah, I said, remember I said, every time we go somewhere, we do any kind of event, I said, everybody wants to eat up Eagles food all the time. She said, yep. I said, why is that? I said, everybody, you guys all carnivores, y'all eat all this meat. But then as soon as we go to like a special event or something like that, when you guys know that they're going to cook specifically for me, then everybody wants my food. It's like, why y'all eating my food up? Leave my food alone. Go on and eat your buffalo or whatever you eating. But leave Eagle stuff alone. Because they look out for me. And then she has some that I don't know, I like these, but they're probably not that good because they got the carbon dioxide, what is it, sodium dioxide in them. something like that. And that's the mangoes with the chili and sugar and salt. I actually like them though. They're too sweet and they're kind of spicy, but I like the sweet and spicy. But they probably got a little bit too much sugar. But I told her, I said, no, that's not the ones. I ate one, but I said, that's not the ones I want. I said, I want the raggedy ones. And she had those too. I said, yeah, that's the ones I want. I said, I want those raggedy ones. Because the raggedy ones, they look all burnt up mango. Those are the best ones for you because what they are is just mango. No salt, no sugar, no nothing added to. The ones that look, like candy, those are the ones that got all the sugar and spices on it and all that and whatever, silicone dioxide and all that, sulfur dioxide and all that. Silicon too. What people don't understand that silicon, that's sand. So they put sand in a lot of food, like your spices, they put sand in there so it can flow. Instead of your lazy ass just getting a grinder and grinding your spices up. It don't even take much. If you need a hammer and a bag, just get you a mallet in a plastic bag, put some of them stuffs in there and crack them up. Or get you a little pepper, like a little meal, put your spices, mix all your spices together, put them in a pepper meal, and use it like that. Then that way you don't need to have sand in your food. Just our Flame said it. He said, if I'm with you, he said, I'll tell you. He said, if you're on some bullshit, but I won't go overprotective. He said, I'll tell you once, maybe twice. Then you do, okay, then you do you. Yeah, that's it though, right there. But when it's over, he said, I won't rub it in you. Oh, okay, that told you so. But until give you that look though. Hell yeah. I might not say I told you so, but you definitely gonna get that look like I'm gonna look at Derek like, Derek. And plus Derek gonna throw his hands up anyway, so Flame Derek gonna do this shit anyway. I don't know. I tried to say what I had to say. But people now, I mean, they don't they like really condone just doing this bullshit though, Sir Flame. It's like that's what they condone now. That's all they do. That's all the youngsters do now. And then they always hollering about, they always hollering about some kind of, like they really about that action, like talking about how active they are and stuff. Man, these little cats ain't active, man. Every once in a while you catch one of them that you can call active. Most of them, they're not as active as they pretend like they are. Oh, we're active, actively get your ass whooped. Stop acting like you so active. I'm active. Actively get that ass handed to you. And believe me, the language that they use now, that language is used everywhere. So it's here too. The same language. So now where we said a few things that people would say from other regions, and we try to stick with our own. Now there's no region. We talked about this before too, though. But now, and I think Derek brought it up. It's more universal now. You know what I mean? So everybody, the vocabulary is the same for everybody. It doesn't matter where you're at no more. Where it used to matter, now it doesn't even matter anymore. So everybody say they all speak the same. Everybody speaks the same language. But it just makes me laugh though when I hear these little young cats over here. When I heard like these white cats talking about being active and stuff, I just started laughing like, dude, if you really knew what being active is, if you knew the real like being active. Because I'm gonna tell you, the old school way of being active is not like the new school way of being active. Because in the past, when you was active, it's like it almost took an active God to stop you when you was really active. I'm telling you, nobody could. I mean, people could tackle you and hold you down, and you'd be like, "Oh, I'm good," and you still try to sneak around and get that last punch in. But Derek with the hands, yeah, Derek with the I don't know. I'm just gonna say this motherfucker. I'm gonna just say this motherfucker here. Yep. I tried to be that one also. A lot of these say she tried to be the one with the sound advice. I tried to be the one with the with the sound advice and but I'm better, Sir Flame, at giving the advice out. But for me, a lot of times I need somebody to help me out too though. And I don't even know if I can go to a girl though. Cause a girl be like, cause a girl gonna give me advice, but it's gonna be like, oh, give her a chance and try this and do this or whatever. I'm gonna tell you the way I like to use a girl. The way I like to use a girl is if I have like a girl that's really tight with me, is I like to like have them like be in my background and stuff like that, or just saying stuff like saying stuff like who's that on the phone or something like that or whatever. I just want them to to put a little a little influence out there to see what I have on the other end. Because I've been with those that they can't stand other females like even breathing the same air that you breathe. They don't even want them to be in the same car with you. Like, who's this? They get the neck and the shoulders going, the head, the eyes. You ever see a girl? You do the neck. You see a girl roll the eyes, do the neck at the same time, do the neck too, like the neck. They got certain ways they do the neck. They do the neck that goes back, the tilted neck, the look up in the air neck, the rolling the neck, and the eyes. They got so many different ways, man. This cracked me up, man. Girls, you are phenomenal, man. Okay, Lala D, she's spitting out there the surf flame. Wow. You read what Lala D said, the surf flame right there. I don't need to read that one out loud. Y'all got it. Derek said, say I'll give it if I don't think they would listen. Say I'm not just willy-nilly with the knowledge, though. Yeah. Derek said the snakehead. Yeah. That old, and the rolling the eyes and stuff like that. I've been running into nothing. I've been running into too many. I don't know what it is, Lala D. I don't know if it's this time of year or whatever. I've been running into too many. I've been running into too many nice girls lately. It's too much. Like, nah, y'all doing way too much. I don't have time. You know, I don't have no time to be starting over and starting over and starting over and messing with this or whatever. I just rather just leave me alone. All I need is just all I need is a physical therapist, massage therapist, and a nurse. That's it. That's all I need. That's all I need, and everything else I can manage with. I can manage without or whatever. I don't really need. I damn sure don't need no headache and something like that. That's the one thing. That's the one plus about being by yourself. If you don't have a good woman to be married to, one of the best things to uh, be is if when you're by yourself, is that all the decisions you make, that's all yours. You don't have to wake up and answer to nobody. You don't have to hear, well, when are you going to get up? Like, shit, I want to sleep in today. I don't want to get up right now. Or why are you up so early? Why are you going to bed so late? Why are you going to bed so early? Is that all you're going to eat? Is this... a lot of time, a lot of times when you start getting all that stuff, them punches is like, it's heavier than a fight. It's like, damn, how much of this I'm gonna get? But as far as Haney, I'm sorry, Lala D. I think I'm gonna have to go with Loma with the majority. I still got to put my stuff in. Of course, we're gonna go with Taylor, huh? Let's see where we're at. So here we'll ESPN pay-per-view, which I won't be buying no pay-per-view to watch Haney. So anyway, I don't think so. I may, but then again, I'll be just getting home. I'll be so tired, so I'll have to catch it somehow. But I'll get it. Uh, yeah, but Katie Taylor, y'all probably going with Katie Taylor, right? Is that Katie Taylor, right? Is that who that is? Nakatani's fighting Maloney. And I know probably you guys picked Nakatani. I got Maloney for the upset. Another little majority decision, split decision or something. Nah, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Haiti Lomachenko. I don't know. I think I want Haiti to win. Nakatani. We got Moratala, Nakathila. You got Valdez and Lopez. Who you guys got in the featherweight, super featherweight? Lopez or Valdez? Who you guys got? You guys got Oscar? Or y'all got Lopez? Y'all probably got Lopez, huh? But it's actually Valdez that's like a pick fight for him, right? That's a pick fight for him, so he can get back in, so he can get back on the, uh, get back in stride. Cause he only lost one fight, right? Yeah, so he'll probably get the dub on that one. I don't even know if he'll get like a knockout or something like that. Probably maybe unanimous. My computers always come up with all these warnings and stuff. They got some kind of data breach or something like that. Donovan Mason, Koya. We got the Koya Gucci versus Bedima. Another Filipino fighter. I don't know if I'm gonna keep going with you Filipino fighters, man. Y'all been losing on me lately. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. Coley and Bill Smith coming up. Yeah, so we got some fights. We got some fights coming up. Not with what we necessarily want to see, but yeah, we got some more fights coming up. But I know you guys probably got Valdez on that, right? On that one fight. But let's see. Yeah. Derek Page said, "A lot of days. You've read it finally, right? You don't. You don't. Yeah, the bullshit eagle. Yeah, that's why women live longer than men. They nag about 20 years off of you. For the most cases, that seems to be true. It seems to be they don't know what it really is, because I what it is distress though. It is distress that kills the guys. The guys that live, they single. A lot of the guys that live is single, man. It's always so much of that listen hearing your eagle or Derek. It's only so much of that you can take during the whole day, week, month, year. It's only so much of that you can take all day. Like, I'm going off in the garage that I had built up into my little den. I'm going out here and relax and watch a little television. If that is that cool with you, good. And you don't have to hear nothing. You just bring your little whatever you bring, your snacks or whatever out there. But then you hear your voice. You know what I mean? You hear your name. You're like, oh, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Everything that could have been covered before you got to your little, before you got to your little nest, everything that could have been covered, it wasn't covered. So now you got to go back out and find out what's going on. Yeah, Derek said, yeah, I picked Taylor because she beat Chantel in the amateurs. Derek said, I got Nakatani. Yeah, even though I shouldn't be giving you and Lala D my picks. You're picking the obvious ones that we already got. Yeah, but Derek said, yeah, but I'm saying this is like a confidence booster again. The Valdez, they put him in there. It's gonna be like it might be a little tough. I mean, he might not get him out of there. He might. A lot of these she laughing, yeah. Yeah. Derek Bay said they've been falling off, yeah. Derek Bay said right, but they tell you that you live longer with the wife. Oh, that's They're putting that, but they're not telling you which wives are that you can live long with. They're not telling you which ones. You can't live long with every wife. You think you can live long with every wife? I've seen one. I've seen a couple of guys fight through it. My friend had a father that fought through it, and I'm quite sure that I think he really like outlived his mom. They were older, you know what I mean? But I'm quite sure he outlived the mom. And she was always like for me, for one my observation when I was a kid is she was terrorizing like him. It's one of those big I don't know how to really say it, but well, she was big. She was a big woman. I mean, when she put that hammer down, yeah, when she put that hammer down, it was over. You know what I mean? Used to run his ass about the house. Yeah, there said the right wife, eagle. Yeah, the right. Yeah, I'm saying this is like some of them. I mean, yeah, they could say that the marriages, but okay. So back to that point though, what my understanding of what I can see is that maybe certain nations of people that the woman is a little bit better suited to be married to you, and is not going to do something harmful to you. That's more or less my take on it. Is that's what I see. I'm just saying that's my take on it because I don't see like certain couples. I don't see like the man really like living like that. You got women with the guys that just so loving, and I don't. A lot of times when I see that, I don't really trust that shit. I said, no, there's something up with that. It's something. It is something else. It has to be something else. Even watching in my own family, I know it got to be something else. Cause I don't ever see that kind of I love you. No, I don't see too much of that, man. I don't see the genuine like love you. You my everything. I don't want nothing to happen to you. Shit like I don't see that. I've always seen fights. I'm not saying fights are necessarily all bad, but I mean some of the stuff I couldn't. I don't know if I would be able to take. I don't know. Some of the stuff I don't know. I don't know. Some of the abuse I wouldn't be able to take it. And this is the worst part of these newer generations is that they film everything like there's no filter. Like they film it all like they just film it like, okay, we're gonna film this. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you filming that? And why are you allowing them to film you like that? That's like throwing you underneath the bus like big time, big time. That's just sad, man. And they'll put it on TikTok and these other forums, and somebody's right there filming. What you filming it? The worst ones for me is why are people, and more or less like brown folk, I'm just gonna say brown, I don't know your nationality, but brown folk in these restaurants, they're in the worst restaurant that you can go to, and they're fighting with the people behind the counter over ordering some stuff where they end up, police get involved or something like that, or somebody end up getting hands put on them. I'm like, really? Over hamburgers? So you said no pickles, just give it back to them and get one with no pickles. Because usually when you bring food back, you actually get the replacement food a lot faster than you got your original food. I just had somebody, I worked at the beach yesterday, and I was sitting there, I should have did like a little short video, yeah. But the lady, I told her, I said, I'm probably not going to eat all this. And one of them said, don't worry, we'll box it up. It came to get my bill. I didn't even say nothing. The lady she just picks the plate up and walks off with it. And I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe she's going to box it up. Nope. I had half my plate left. She just tosses it out. And I didn't lose my mind about it. I'm like, okay. Because I'm thinking, I'm like, it wasn't great anyway. That particular dish wasn't great. None of it was really great. So I was like, man, whatever. But it's like, I didn't just, like, if that would have happened to certain people, they would have had that shit on TikTok or something. They would have had it on TikTok with the, you know, the close-ups and all the special language that they used towards whoever did it. And a lot of people, you got to understand, a lot of people, these people were, you know, these are more or less foreigners. But you got to understand, you got to give some people a break about stuff. Everybody is not as intellectual as you are anymore. People are really. This is the one that none of them. Y'all pay attention to this one. You never heard this one, Derek. You never heard this one, Sir Flame. Lala D, Bruce, all y'all never heard this one, and I just found this one out, and this is true. A teacher even asked. A teacher was asking children, right? The children. This is the question that they asked. This is the now this and this is real. This is not no BS where y'all think it's all. Ain't nobody thinking that. Listen, listen, kids. Student asked a teacher if he was alive when the world was just black and white. And the teacher couldn't believe that that was a real question. He said, no, that can't be a real question. They got to be bullshitting me. So he actually posed the question to people, to the students and stuff like that, and asked them, I guess show of hands, is how many of them think that the world used to be black and white? And a lot of them raised their hands. Okay. So I mean, this is the future. These are the computer geniuses and stuff like that. That they actually thought the world used to be black and white. Oh my goodness, God dang! That was like, for me, that was like the bottom. That was like the bottom. That was like the straw that like obliterated the camel's back. I'm like, are you got to be kidding me? And they was 100% serious about it. I'm like, even to this, at this moment, I cannot think of how could somebody feel like you come out, you can see, you see colors and stuff. You mean you thought there was a time in the period where people just saw and everything was in black and white? This is the new people that are growing up now. This is their new thinking. As they thought that we were old enough. Even had some kids that were asking somebody that was born in the 1900s. Well, everybody in here, I think, was at least born in the 1900s, right? Somewhere. Even if it was 1999. But they asking if they were alive during slavery, or if they were a slave. They done messed up this whole time schedule for these people now that 30, 40, 50 years ago is for them is like 200 or 300 years ago or 1,000 years ago. Wow. Yeah, Derek said, he said, you see some guys and wonder why they married the woman that they're with. And if she was ever nice, like, damn, this bitch. Me, yeah. When I hear that, man, I tell you, when I hear that when I hear that, like, that masculine type of woman that's going off, man, on somebody that I know, I got to go, man. I'm like, nah. I said, I'll talk to you later, man. I got to go. I had one that used to go off all the time. Like, she's just used to just go off. Like, what the F? I'm trying to be civil right now. Ain't nobody even trying to argue right now. She just used to, to be honest, to me, she wasn't really that type of person. Maybe I made her like that because she's just like, she just couldn't take it. And it wasn't really just me. It's just that, just like our discussion a little bit earlier, like Lala was saying, that, you know, when you with somebody who's good, then your girls ain't gonna say nothing. They gonna be on that kind of like hate stuff. Just like everybody, when you got somebody who's decent, everybody's gonna be on hate stuff. And so that was her problem, really. It wasn't even really me. Is that she couldn't trust none of her friends, and they probably like saying certain stuff and just making her go off. Because sometimes you can make, if you have a certain trigger and somebody else finds out about it, they're going to use that against you. They're going to keep using that same trigger. Oh, I know how to get her. They're going to make you snap and make you go off. And so a lot of people used to make her go off. Like, it's like, stop letting these people make you just, go off for stuff. Well, you're out there physically fighting. Derek said true. He said, wow. Yeah, that black and white. Derek said, yeah, the actual world black and white. Yeah, they believe that. Derek said, right, like it was so long ago. Yeah, but that's still, Derek, that one is like, out of all the stuff I've heard that these new folks be talking about, that's the one that really hurt me. I mean, that not hurt me, but that's the one that really made me shake my head like, you got, nah. That's the one that made me say, nah, you got to be kidding me, dog. No, for real, for real. Yes, for real, for real. That you got actual kids that think that the world used to be black and white. And if you don't believe me, go find out for yourself. If you just find some little youngsters running around or something like that, just sit down and talk to them. Just sit down and talk to them and just ask them some questions. Ask them that. I had a little baby he gave me a fist bump today. He wasn't even 2 years old. He put his little hand up, gave Eagle the fist. Okay, you gave me the fist bump. His mom said he's being real sociable today. I said, I guess so. He was standing up in the cart. I was shopping. He was standing up in the shopping cart because I guess he was up at my waist. He figured, okay, I'm up at his waist. I can give him a fist pound. Derek said, yeah, I think they're doing something to them, to the people to dumb them up like that. You mean dumb them up? No, no, they're not dumbed up. They dumbed down. It's, you know what? We can sit here, we can discuss it and talk about it, laugh about it, but think about it, how disturbing that really is, though. Because if you look at my screen, and all of you have color screens, right? So if you look at my screen, how many things I got up there? I got a few things up there just black and white. So when the kids see that, they think, okay, they're seeing what we used to see. So they're seeing black and white. Oh, you guys used to see in black and white. Well, I still see in black and white sometimes. Like in my dreams, sometimes I see in black and white. But they say certain people have the colored dreams. I do. I have colored dreams. And I didn't know that. They said there's certain people, like prophets and stuff, like certain people see in colored dreams. Other people, they don't. They see black and white. Yeah, I need to see this earth in black and white sometimes. So, hey, maybe it'll confuse you enough so you're not so biased against stuff because you can't tell. Like, I don't know, is black and white kind of gray? Because there's always going to be a gray area. Like, I don't know, what color, what nation are they from? I can't tell. It's kind of gray. But once you see those colors, yeah, yeah. Yeah, Derek said that's funny, a fist bump. Yeah, little Asian kid too, man. It was funny. Yeah, a little Asian kid, he's like, sticking his little fist up. I'm like, okay, give me a fist bump. Not the baby. The baby giving the Eagle the fist bump. Yeah. Derek said, yeah, dumbed him down. He said, you're right, but it's sad. Yeah, it's like, that's so, yeah, man, I can't even, that, that's a showstopper, Derek, when you think about it. That's like a showstopper. That's like a life stopper to think about it. I mean, okay, because look at it like this. That's one thing. It's like, can you believe that? That's one thing. That's not a lot of things. That's one thing. One. Damn, that's one thing, and that's a strong, powerful thing, man. Did you serious? You thought everything used to be in black and white, so that means everything else can change. And I hear a lot of people they talk about this um, alternate reality and all that type of stuff. I don't believe that. I know when I was a kid, they told us to put our right hand over our heart. But now they're saying that the heart is, that the heart is in the center of the chest. It used to be on the left-hand side, but they said it was in the center. It's always been in the center. I mean, it's always been, the predominant part of it used to be like on the left side. It still is. But because they have to go through so much of ribs and everything else to get to the heart. That's to show you you ain't supposed to really be messing with the heart. Yeah. But you got some of these surgeons and stuff that go into the body that's really, really good. Of course, I don't really plan on having no kind of surgeries and stuff like that because I'm against all that shit. Whatever happened to me got to happen. I'm not into all that, you know, being on oxygen and all this other bullshit. Forget that shit. I try to do what's right at home so I can keep myself healed up and keep myself in, you know, the proper way. Yeah, that's all I try to do, man. That's all I can do. I can't all this extra shit. I can't do all this shit, man. I can't. I'm not built for it. Some people are built for that shit. I ain't built for all that shit, man. Just to get a couple of extra puffs of air on this earth, man. That shit just ain't for me. It could be for other people, but that shit ain't for me. I got people that went through shit and had operations and, you know, artificial this, artificial that, and all that shit. That shit ain't for me. It ain't. It's just not for me. It's not for me, brother. It's for somebody. Yeah, but ego ain't I'm not the one. But if these kids are that dumb, and that's dumb, if they're that dumb, we can look at the next generation is going to be even dumber. I just couldn't believe that one, because I thought it was just a hoax, a joke. But I might even Google that one, or look it up. Like, damn, how many kids actually believe that the world used to be in black and white? Just to find out a bunch of them. Yeah, the Earth used to be black and white. We've seen it. And I can't give them no excuse, Derek, but what I can do, I can almost see how they would think that is because nobody told them, which is still dumb. Nobody told them that film used to be, before they had colorized film, used to be black and white. We just had black and white film until they came up with the process of having colored film. But nobody ever told them that, hey, this is the film, this is black and white. It was developed in black and white because here's the point, is that there's really not film anymore. There's film for movies still, because you have to, like if you go to the movie theater, you're not going to run that back, and you're not going to run that shit back digital as a recording, off of like just memory. You're not going to run, like they don't do movies like that. Movies are still, they still have that big ass reel up there, something like that. They don't run movies off of digital, software. It's still a thing where, even in the field, they still gonna bring some film out there and shit. And they still gotta edit. Even if they did some of it without film, they're still gonna have to go back on film somehow. But just to think that, hey, you really thought that everything, the earth and everything was just black and white. Like, whew. That's your future. But that's our future. Are we still here, folks? Are we still in here, Derek? Or did they cut me off again? Let me put up a couple of words. Make sure they ain't just end my stream. Put 4 explanation points up. Okay, went in there, so that means we must still be in. Yeah, but I gotta get up out of here, Derek. I gotta do my picks. Yeah, but we're gonna see, because we didn't get to talk about all of it. But Wilder might have a chance to fight Usyk, but Usyk's supposed to be fighting who? Dubois. Now, Usyk gonna beat Dubois up. Yeah, so I'm going with Usyk. I'm not going against Usyk mainly with nobody, to be honest, because Usyk is showing that he can win, and I'm not even 100% sure they're saying that Wilder gonna beat Usyk. We know he should. But one thing you got to land on Usyk. You got to keep landing on Usyk. I think. I don't know. I don't think Usyk gonna be like an easy knockout anyway. I don't think he's gonna be an easy knockout. So yeah, we gonna see. Yeah. I said we still here. Lala D said here. She got her hand up. You stupid, Lala. I don't call girl stupid, but you silly. You know what I'm talking about. You stupid for that one. Holding your hand up. I'm here, teacher. God, did you hear what I said though, Lala? That kids actually believe that we lived in the black and white world? That's, I don't even know. It's hard to. It's actually hard to like really say something about that. You know what I mean? It's hard to like. I don't know what to say for it. Does anybody have a word for it? Like, can we say something about that? Can we address that somehow? I mean, what do you tell? What are your thoughts? What do you think now? The kids think that we used to live in black and white. Wow, that's sad. That's just sad, man. That they actually thought we lived in black and white. Yeah, but I hope Wilder gets the opportunity. If he's gonna be in boxing, just you know, you should be relaxed enough now. Um, Even with your development as a pro, Wilder should be the baddest man walking as far as boxing right now. He should be the baddest man walking, and it's all about his not just the IQ, but his intelligence of knowing and picking what to throw, how many punches to throw, when to grab. It's almost like they have this old song, a gambler song. Now don't ask me who it is. Don't ask me who sings it, because I'll probably screw that up. But they always talk about, because I play cards. They say, well, you got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them. You got to know when to walk away. You got to know when to run. They say something about counting your money. You don't count your money when you're out there. In other words, when you're out there, do what you got to do. Because you're going to get your payday. You're going to get your payday when it's all over with. So for Wilder, this being like poker, he got to know when to give you that watch out. Watch out. He got to learn when to give you that watch out. He got to learn, when to get your ass off. Learn how to put that, get your ass off me. Learn how to get off me. Learn how to hold and learn how to get your ass out the way. Oh, no, you don't. You thought you was going to hold and lean on me. No, you don't. Wilder does not have the frame to get in any kind of wrestling match with another fighter. No matter who that fighter is, he don't have the frame to sit there and let somebody lean their weight up all up on you. No matter what his strength is like, eventually it wears him down. But anyway, it's a different story. I can only hope and ask that that people's skill set gets a little bit better, but it just doesn't work for that. We do all the hoping we want to. We can't make it come to pass. I mean, it'd be nice if we could, but we just can't. We can't make those kind of things come to pass. He fights the way that he fight, and I mean, if the people he's with, they're comfortable with that, then that's all fine. Law D says, Sunday, those kids are still smarter than most adults. Or overheard a guy at my job tell someone in a meeting, the best thing to ever come out of South Africa is Elon Musk. I said, that's offensive. Hell yeah, that's very offensive. That's too offensive, man. And they sitting there, those people down there in South Africa, they got the rolling blackouts and stuff. Now here's something that a lot of people don't know. That I didn't know this either. Did you know that Nigeria don't really have I think it's Nigeria. Yeah, Nigeria. They don't have really fresh vegetables and fresh fruits. Did you know that? People say that Africa, motherland, all that, but they don't have no produce. South Africa has produce and vegetables and fruit and stuff. But some of these countries over there, they don't have no fruit and stuff growing in the whole country. It's like, what the hell? But everything started there, but they don't have nothing left. They don't. Yes, come on, make it. I stopped trying to preach this shit, but people just don't listen. America got all the food. And they actually found, which this is interesting too, they actually found that the rainforest in South America was actually planted. The rainforest. That's where all our oxygen and stuff. A majority of our oxygen, besides the ocean, that's where the majority of it comes from, the rainforest. And they said the rainforest was actually planted. There's certain peoples native to this area that planted the rainforest. But that doesn't make people think. So you would figure that if somebody planted the rainforest here, and Africa is the motherland, don't you think somebody would have planted a rainforest there? And they said it with all that desert. You don't think somebody would have planted a rainforest there? You gotta just be careful, kids, with the education. Even people talk about books. I'm like, I'm not really into books as much as I used to, because it's like they're only as great as the storyteller. And I don't really call it history as much as I call it mystery. Not mystery, but mystery. I call it mystery now. I said, is that true history? Is the history true, or is it mystery? So it can't be mystery. Yep. Then someone quickly changed the topic. Said we were in a meeting. People are ignorant. They don't even know how to speak in the workplace. No, it's just that the filterized people don't care a lot of times. You have to do that in public speaking now. The whole cap thing, the whole cap culture and all the cancel culture, is you can only say certain stuff. I was listening to some clips and some stuff from television from the 70s. I'm like, damn. So they can't use that and you have to pay to listen to that stuff now. I said, that stuff is way too offensive. You got to go to a nightclub and listen to a comedian or something. I said, because a lot of that stuff, everything is so censored now. I mean, you probably could cuss a kid out and or a younger adult, you probably can use a few cuss words that's not even no big deal to you, and totally damage them. They'll have PTSD afterwards. Damn. Lottie said, I know she said most of the high quality yams come from Ghana. Not the yams that we eat. The thick yellow African yam. They're good. I know, but I said vegetables. I didn't say yam. I didn't say one thing. There was a guy that went over there. He was a vegan. And he went over there and he was asking about the fruits and stuff. He said he couldn't wait to get there. He said he didn't even eat he didn't even eat when he got on the plane, because he was just looking forward to getting to the motherland and eating all the fresh mangoes and all this stuff. He's from Jamaica. And he was looking forward to getting all the coconut and all this stuff. He got his ass over there, and there wasn't no fruits and vegetables there. None. And they just had like a few mangoes. Said, where you guys get? So where's the wild mangoes at? Where can I get these? They was like, nah, we don't. We don't grow none of this stuff here. All that stuff is South Africa and all. I'm like, wait a minute. Just be careful, because if they miseducated you in one area, believe me, they probably miseducated you in another area too. You think they're gonna tell the truth? Honestly, do you think they're gonna tell the truth? Again, honestly, do you think they're going to tell the truth? So we can come up with a few things that they had. But even stuff like corn, which is not even natural as people think it is, that started here. The one thing that corn can help do is there's a method of growing plants or gardens, and I can't think of the name of what it's called right now. But it's a system that they use where they grow the tomatoes, they grow the beans, and they grow the corn all together in a group. And they have a certain name that they call that. And that started over here. A lot of African countries, they love to use the products from corn and stuff, but they don't have corn. Because remember, I told you before, the corn, it started in Central America anyway. Yep. Oh, look at Gil coming here all late. He said Loma by split decision. Okay, Gil, you gave him split. I gave him majority somehow. I gave Loma majority decision. But anyway, salute to Gil. Gil's old late ass coming in here knowing I'm about to bounce. Yeah. Me and Sir Flame got Loma too. We just don't trust Haney on this one for some reason. And I'm sorry to Lala D. I'm sorry to a lot of people. I just don't trust him on this one. But Gil says split. It kind of makes sense what Gil's saying by split decision with these refs. And like I said, I didn't really want to, not the refs, but the judges and stuff in there, especially the way that they judge Tank, is that I could see, I could see split. But I think they don't even want to rob them by split decision. I think they want to rob them like majority decision. Like they want it to look make more impressive. But I don't understand the whole. My whole thing is why try to resurrect him when eventually he got to fight Shakur. He gonna have to fight Tank. He gonna get his ass whooped. He's gonna get that ass whooped eventually. I mean, pretty quick. Yep. A lot of these said something. I think that Jamaica was in the wrong area. Lots of produce in Nigeria. But I do agree with you that the Americans are more fertile and they lie about a lot of the natural resources. Yeah, but we had a system. Okay, so we have a system here. Even when you talk about the terracotta, or you talk about the Kai and the Kemet and stuff like that, all that is that's the richness of the soil. That means the land is just so rich. There's ways to make the land real rich, and some places don't have that ability to make the land rich like we do. We don't because we add a lot of fertilizer now. Uh, but there's a system that we used to use to fertilize. And so now that, okay, so what happens now is a lot of the farmers, they do what they call rotation of crops. But before they did rotation of crops, there was another method that we used to use that we didn't have to rotate the crops. They had the right worms and everything else in the earth. And by growing certain plants all together, you didn't have to replenish the earth. You didn't have to grow something that was more nitrogen rich because everything you grew, because you had some plants that were higher in nitrogen and some that weren't. So the soil was always replenished, which makes sense that if you have to rotate crops, that is there a way that you don't have to rotate crops? That's what you got to look at it. So you had to rotate crops, and then there's a method that you don't have to rotate crops. I mean, it makes sense when you think about it because there's certain things that you do at home that if you replenish, that you don't have to like completely throw out. You know what I mean? There's certain things that we do. Like if we learn different methods of doing things, then there's certain things that we can skip other things. Even like when it comes to washing your car. There's things, that's why you came up with wax. There's a way you wax and polish so you don't have to wash your car quite as often. There's a lot of different things. Now they got that what they call everything's nano. So nanotechnology, so now they got the porcelain and all that type of stuff. None of that shit works. I put that stuff out there. My car still I can set my car outside for 10 minutes and it's gonna have dust all over it. Yeah. But Lala D, you have to realize how many. I'll tell you what. This is some homework for you, Lala D. Look at how many edible plants are that. Look that up. How many edible plants in Africa are not native to Africa? Look at that, and you're gonna find that over 300 plants, like tomatoes, all kinds of stuff. The stuff that you eat here, you're gonna find out that all that stuff started from here. Over 300 I think 340 out of 360 something plants that they eat come from over here. And it shouldn't be that way. It's supposed to be the opposite. Oh, Gil's asked about the weigh-in. I'm not sure if they had the weigh-in, Gil. I didn't have. I usually get a notification up in here. Let me go back and check. Let me check and see if they said anything. Because usually I get one. It should be up at the top. Let me go up here. No, oh, they still talking about Mayweather. I didn't see it. Yeah. So they still talking about Mayweather. Talking about Mayweather's advice to Haney or whatever. I'm getting, actually, you know what, I'm really getting tired of Mayweather. Like, shut your ass up, Mayweather. Like, saying too much all day long, man. You're doing too much, man. Yeah. They said this is such a hard fight to pick. See, I got Haney by decision. Gil Cole say, hey, Lala. Lala D say, Gil Cole, she got the hands up good with the hearts. Lala D say, at Gil Cole's again, okay. Okay, she mentioning all of us. She said, Lala D said, Gil Cole, me, you, Derek, and the Santhea have to do well on Champ Ross this weekend because Miz is going to need about 50 points donated to him to be in the top 50%. Damn. 50 points, god dang. 50%. She's top just to be in the top 50%. You need like 50 points donated. Okay, that's not there. See, I already know that. That's why I said I agree with you on that part. Yeah, I'm just saying this. Everything has been flipped around. Even like we can go into it one day. Even the map and stuff that they say, it does. You know, even the map is not what it really is. What it is, the reason it seems like we have so much ocean is because what makes sense is we had a lot of water that was deep inside the earth that came up, and we have water that was above us that came down. And if you think about that, it's just like if you have a bowl of water, it's half full. This is a bowl of water. Listen to what I'm saying. So you have a bowl of water that's half full. So then underneath that bowl, you have a source of water that comes up. So now it's 3/4 full. And now you have some water that comes. Somebody takes a pitcher and they pour more water into it like that. And it's almost at the top. So how does that water ever get back to half full like it was? It doesn't. Because you had sources that weren't actually, they were natural sources, but they were not something that was supposed to naturally react to the surrounding. You understand? It's a big difference if you have something that's acts and it's not supposed to. It's just like, let's say for instance, if you don't pump your basement out and you had a flood in your basement, it's going to stay like that. You're going to wait forever for it to evaporate. Now we can get to a point where our earth starts to expose itself, in which it does a lot of times, where they start seeing stuff under the sea. Like all this water evaporated. Remember even when Lake Mead dried up and they were showing all that stuff in there, they said, oh shit, they had boats and all kinds of stuff stuck in the mud. And that's the way it is. But the earth is like that. So the beaches and stuff that you see are not supposed to be like they are. They're supposed to be a lot more vast, like far as the land mass. So the oceans that you see that come all the way up the shore, they shouldn't even be that high up. They're supposed to be way out. And I've heard somebody estimate that it's like 600 foot. Like we lost 600 feet in depth when it comes to like the oceans and stuff. So we're supposed to have 600 more feet of land that goes down. And I'm not going to disagree. I'm not going to agree or disagree, but it's a good observation. It's something to look at. Yeah. So we just look at that. But anyway, I should be out of here. You guys hold me up. We didn't get to talk about Wilder that much, but hopefully Wilder can get a good fight and come back. But what do you guys think? What's the final thoughts on Canelo? Is Canelo really trying to pull a fast one? Is Canelo, and here's another point that you guys didn't look at with Canelo. Is Canelo trying to age himself out of the picture gracefully, but not so gracefully? Is he still trying to just show I'm still tough, I'm Canelo, I'm gonna give you even bigger fights? I think he's picking on the casual fans. I think he's picking on them because they don't see that 168. Hey, that's your belts. Put those up. But he's showing, he's doing bigger and better things. He's fighting at 175. So he's like an animal. Get out of here with that shit. You ain't tricking everybody. But anyway, I want Haney to win, but I got Loma majority because I think they will get caught if they try to do split decision. Gil says split decision. I think if they do majority, then it won't be as bad. If they do split, I don't think it's gonna be a good thing. But hopefully Haney can, prove us wrong. But it's got a lot of people going with Loma on this one for some reason. I don't know why all of a sudden, because of the outside influences, and then we just don't. Haney, I don't know if we trust you. Sorry, brother. We tried to trust you, but I don't think we trust you. We trust Tank better. We trust Tank a little bit more than we trust you. So, anyway, my shout out to all the real people that I see. My shout out to all y'all that mess with me. Y'all know that it's Friday. Eagles boxing rap. Always. Nothing but blessings, y'all. Y'all keep Lala in check for me, man. Don't let Lala say too much. Lala be coming back with her points. I don't want no more of her points for the day. Yeah. I don't care. I just need one of us to hit number one this week on Champ, man. One of y'all. I don't care. Yeah, I ain't no hater. It could be Gil Coles. It could be anybody. Somebody need to hit that number one spot. Bobby said, "Go hang." All right, y'all.